Welcome to Tiny Texas Living. Who says you can't live big while living tiny?
Well, the trunk is gone, so now it comes time for me to figure out what I'm going to do with this section. Another porch day, another project. So, since the trunk is moved, it's time for me to go and look for the next things. I have a $100 gift card that I received a couple Christmases ago that I've been holding on to for the perfect occasion, and I think this landscaping project is going to be it. So I did some measurement and I have some ideas as to what I need. The problem is that now I have to figure out what exactly I can use for those things. I have an idea though that's going to be pretty cool, I think. So this is my plan. I have a plan. I've drawn it out and everything, but I have to go pick up my dad because I really need some help on selecting some of these items because, well, realistically, I don't know what I'm doing. This is the first time for me to do a landscaping project and my dad's done a ton of them. So I have a plan. This is what that plan looks like. Approximately 36 square feet of landscaping materials that I will need. And then it's gonna kind of look like this. I know it looks a little weird, but this is the plan. So I came to pick him up and now we're gonna go and drive to Home Depot so I can spend my gift card and then who knows how much else. I'm hoping that I can keep this project under budget a little bit so that it's not gonna like break the bank or anything, but I do need to get some pavers. I need to either get some gravel or some landscaping material of some kind. And then comes the hard part. I'm gonna get to dig around in the dirt just a little bit to uproot all of the stickers and try to level out the land. But Home Depot is about an hour away, so this should be interesting. Okay, so while I'm out and about, I thought I'd stop off at Big Lots and see if they have my lights. If they do, this is gonna solve another problem on the porch. Time for Home Depot. Okay, so got some mulch. This comes in 3 different colors. They had it in red, brown, or black. I thought the black would be too hot, so I went with the brown. And now I'm about to get pavers. This is gonna be a fun project. It's gonna be a hard project and it's like a million degrees outside while I'm shopping, but I need to get 60 of these little pavers and put them on here. Okay, there we go. They are 68 cents a brick and I've got them all loaded up. Okay, I've got it all taken care of. We're about to go through the line. My dad's here with me, so he picked up a couple of things for his van. So all in all, I think this was a super productive trip. Ooh, it is also very hot today, so I'll be happy to get back into the full air conditioner of the van. Oh my gosh, that was wild. So I had the $100 gift card and I've been waiting for a project that I was like super passionate about. And I thought initially I was gonna use it for my van, but I decided not to. I just ended up spending 77 cents. 77 cents out of pocket for all this. Yesterday was a good day. I got all of my things, and thanks to my aunt and uncle up in Kentucky, that was made possible. And I'm so excited because now I get to do something that really makes me happy, but also kind of reminds me of something that my grandma used to want to do. My grandma used to always want to have flower beds so that she could sit out and watch the birds and things like that. And I always really appreciated that she tried. So I think this is going to be like my version of that. So now I can put this together, but I slept real well because of all of that heat yesterday. So today I'm gonna have to take it a little bit slower and move with intention because it's just incredibly hot still. But I have a plan. I'm gonna start by clearing the yard. So I need to go and find a rake in a little bit and see if I can't dislodge some of the little stray, I would like to say grass, but I don't think it's really grass. It's more like scrubby stuff. There's also some gravel that's migrated over there, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull that out and just try to even out the ground as much as I possibly can so that I can put landscaping fabric down. I'm not sure how far along in this project I'm gonna get today because of the heat, but that's my goal for the day, is to get it to where I could at least put the landscaping fabric down, even if I don't do it today. And then after that, it should go a little bit more quickly. The stones themselves, I know how I wanna lay them out, so that shouldn't be too hard.
The mulch just goes right inside, and then the hard part's going to be the actual turf, but I'll figure that out. But before I do, I'm going to start off with some coffee, and then I need to straighten up a few things, I think, to kind of motivate myself. Finding meaning in the chaos. That's what I'm up to today. This is going to be one of my biggest projects impact-wise, and I'm so excited because this is going to make it where when I pull into the yard, I have that little green reprieve that reminds me of places that actually have grass still. And it's not going to cost me an arm and a leg to keep that grass, which is one of the things that I wanted to make sure. Even though this is just a small alternative, it's not going to waste a lot of water, because I don't want to just continuously water the ground around me, because even though I like to water like the trees and stuff like that, keeping grass maintained in this heat is just not very responsible. So this should fix that, but this coffee's gonna fix me. So, oh, to life I come. Whew. Oh, it's hot still. It's later in the afternoon. I thought this would be a good time because the sun has kind of moved past the tree line, but it's still really hot. But I'm gonna start tearing apart the yard. I have these two things to start with and some very interested visitors trying to figure out what exactly I'm doing. I'm gonna start by trying to get all this gravel and move it into here to fill in this gap. Okay, I filled in that gap with the gravel. I'm gonna see if this works. I'm probably gonna leave it kind of like this. Whew, okay, I was chunking some of the dirt over the fence and just blew right back at me. This is gonna be much harder than I thought it was gonna be. But basically I'm removing all of the stickerous plants and just tossing them, and I'm gonna start leveling this all out. Okay, so the interesting thing is there's gravel that goes up here because that's part of the leveling of the house. So I'm only gonna go to about where these pavers are, with the exception of clearing out the actual stickers. And so I just need to turn up all of this dirt right in here to make sure it's nice and smooth and doesn't have anything too crazy. I fully accept that this is going to look insane until it's finished, but that's part of it. It's just going to be one of those things that just takes some time, and especially considering it's so hot out here, like I'm already starting to like melt. Okay, so I have one pile here, one pile there, and I'm still working in this section. All the cats are hanging out. So apparently they're not too worried about me. That's good. I need to move these stones in a minute, but this cat in particular is super skittish, so I have to feed her separate from the others because she's afraid, because the others aren't too nice to her. So I don't want to scare her by moving these yet. So again, they're not my pets. I feed them, I take care of them, I make sure they're good. And I feel kind of bad for them because, you know, otherwise they would have to go and hunt for bugs and stuff, and I'm sure that they can do that, but it would also be much harder for them, especially whenever the weather changes again. And there's just not a lot of water sources around here, so if they're going to live here, I would prefer them not suffer. So while I am suffering through the heat, they are enjoying their dinner, which is nice. Oh, I just want to get these weeds cleaned out. That's all I want to do today. Ooh, I'm also going to read a little bit more about the stuff that I put kind of down first, just to make sure I'm doing it correctly, so that whenever I do put everything down, I don't have anything come back up. But yeah, super, super fun. Landscaping Fabric 101 is going to be awesome. Okay, so last night I was digging in my yard. I dug up a bunch of stuff and I kind of moved it all together so that I could take it and dispose of it in a good spot so I don't end up just repopulating the stickers. And today it's already so warm that it's basically dried up. This is what it looks like. It is much lower. It's less than like 6 inches tall now. And on this side, same thing. It's just much lower. So in theory, if I just scrape it up into one big pile, it can sit overnight, and by the next day it's a small thing instead of something I need to compact. And so I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait until this evening. I'm going to scrape the ground some more, and then whenever I pull up, I'm just gonna put in like a wheelbarrow or the bucket of my dad's tractor and take it to the dumpster to get rid of it. Seems legit. Okay, so the next step of the project for the yard, I just received this and I'm gonna place it right above where I receive my packages to let them know, hey, yeah, this is where it's supposed to go. I was going to originally cut something out in vinyl, and the more that I read about this particular material with vinyl, the more that I was like, I don't know if that's gonna last out here baking in the heat. So I just decided to get a sign. It was very inexpensive and I really like it. It looks very nice, looks super professional, and kind of looking at it, yeah, I think this is gonna work. So now I just have to figure out how to attach it. It has some little holes here, so I think I can do this with zip ties. But I have to remember where I put the zip ties. Also, apparently I'm supposed to remove this little coating, but I don't know how to get it off. Slowly but surely, the yard will come together. As of right now though, it's still got a long way to go. And I don't know how to get this off. I just don't. Maybe I could just like score it just a little bit. Oh yeah, that's gonna work. That's gonna work. Okay. Oh, I don't want to scrape it. I just need it to lift, and there's no edge that will lift. Oh, for real this time, for real. Oh yeah, there we go. Satisfying. Found them. So I need 2 of these. I think I can use these. The yard is going to prove to be one of the hardest projects because I thought it was going to be the curtain that was going to be the hardest, but then I started working on the yard. Oh, wow. In order to remove all of the stickers and other plants that shouldn't be there, I'm gonna have to go over it several times just to make sure I get all the way down to the roots and get them all pulled out. But after I do that, it should be awesome. But it's gonna take longer to get that all set up. So in the process, these kind of projects make me feel like I'm accomplishing things. The positive is everything is now purchased, from the turf to the bricks to the mulch and everything in between. And now it's just about the elbow grease I put into it. And with it still being very warm here in Texas while I'm working on this, I only have a limited amount of time each day to do it. In the meantime, oh, hi there. I call this one Brave because whenever it was first here as a kitty, it was the only one who would come up and say hi, even though it's also still obviously kind of scared if I were to try to pet it. Hi there. Hi friend. Yeah, see now. But you sure are cute. I'll leave you alone. Again, I've named them all because I feel like talking to them and like addressing them by a consistent name so that they can see that I'm nice will eventually net being able to pick them up. Right now, I have 1 cat that I can actually pick up consistently, another one that is kind of freaked out a little bit, but still kind of embraces it, but prefers belly rubs, which is kind of interesting. But those are the only 2 out of the set of cats here that I could actually interact with. I would love to be able to find them homes, but not being able to catch them makes that really hard. And there's not really a county shelter that you can take them to. And even if there were, I would be afraid they'd put them down because they're just kind of feral cats. So I'm taking care of them. And eventually, if I can catch them, maybe we could get them fixed or something. I don't know. But right now, if you disrupt the herd, then they all run away from you. So that's not something that's possible yet. Speaking of Leo, the one that I can pick up. Hi there, buddy. Hi. How are you? He's a good one. He's a real good one. Okay, the plan is to place this here. And so I should be able to just like line it up and then do that. Okay, not too bad. I need to trim the ends of it, but this works. This definitely works. And I'll scoot this over just a little bit. I love when projects actually work out. It was a little hard for the first one because obviously holding and then also placing and twisting, just difficult. But the second one, because it already had support, super easy. So yay, that worked. Now I just need scissors. Okay, not using the kitchen scissors. I have a pair in here, which I can use outside so I don't mess up my kitchen scissors. These should work. Okay, putting back on the outside shoes. This part is the tedious part of doing this, but you know what? Totally worth it. Okay, one last project. Oh, I'm so excited. Now they'll know where to put my packages instead of putting them on the ground or by the mailbox, which is not a safe place because it's out by the road. So Yay! Okay, that is making me feel so much better. Now I need to tidy up and put some stuff away. But until then, I'll do projects that I can, like filling up the cat's water, because, well, even though it's about halfway, they go through it pretty quickly on warm days. I found this to be the most effective way to do it. Just fill up the water pitcher and pour it in over the top, and then check the filter like once a week. So far, so good. Now go outside and slowly pour. Okay, I'm coming to add some water, Leo. There you go. There you go, buddy. They seem to love it, so that's good. What are you looking at? What are you looking at, Leo? You gonna take a cat nap? Aw, sweet one. The problem is that Leo would make such a good pet. Somebody could have an amazing pet, but again, if I take him away from the group, then the rest of them lose trust. And I don't want that to happen because I would like to eventually be able to find all of them places to live. But, excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Like I said, he's a good one. He's a really good one. But, I don't want to disrupt the rest of them by, like, bringing this one inside and making it a pet, or, aw, look at how cute he is. Anyway, despite being able to pick him up, I know that if I were to find him a home and send him somewhere else, the rest of them would run every time they see me because they know that I'm the one who took him away. And I speak from experience on this. We used to have some other cats that kind of were around the area, and I befriended a couple of them, and sure enough, whenever we found them homes, some of them hid, and that's part of this group actually, and then they no longer had trust. So it's taken a long time to get trust enough to even have one that will let me pick it up again. But one day I'll find them all homes, and until then they'll live very good kitty lives. And that's what brings me joy. And when I'm not here, my parents will take care of them until we can find them homes. So this is life. But that said, whew, got some projects done, got some stuff accomplished, and now it's time to move on because it's just begun.